Thanks for listening to the BYU-Idaho Radio Evening Headlines podcast. These are your evening headlines for August 13th, 2024. I'm Chandler Guadagnine. A fugitive has been arrested for stalking. According to a U.S. Marshals Service Greater Idaho Fugitive Task Force news release, the task force located and arrested Austin Allen Genius for 2 counts of first-degree stalking. The 3rd Judicial District Court in Canyon County issued the 2 counts of first-degree stalking on May 9th. Genius also violated his parole from a previous criminal conviction for stalking in 2021, for which the Idaho Department of Corrections issued a parole violation. The task force arrested Genius in Rupert, Idaho on West Varsity Drive. For those with information on wanted fugitives, the task force asks that you call the U.S. Marshals Service Communication Center at 800-336-0102 or leave a tip at usmarshals.gov/tips. A federal decision on the endangered status of grizzly bears has been delayed. The Wyoming News Service reports that wildlife managers in Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho have petitioned the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service to remove grizzly bears from the federal endangered species list in certain areas, including the greater Yellowstone ecosystem. It would leave states in charge of their management. According to the Interagency Grizzly Bear Committee, the region's population has met recovery criteria for more than 2 decades after the species gained federal protection in 1975. Andrea Zaccardi, Carnivore Conservation Legal Director and Senior Attorney at the Center for Biological Diversity, said the population's spread across isolated ecosystems can be detrimental to recovery.
Because Yellowstone bears are completely isolated from any other population, they have genetic diversity issues. The ideal is that we keep these bears protected until the populations are connected and there's actual genetic exchange.
A federal decision expected on July 31st was delayed until early 2025. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service has said the delay is to ensure consistency in decisions across several petitions. Wyoming Governor Mark Gordon called the missed deadline unacceptable. The Yellowstone area is spread across 3 different states, so if the grizzlies are delisted federally, they would be subject to multiple state management plans and hunting regulations. Rick King, Chief Game Warden and Wildlife Division Chief for the Wyoming Game and Fish Department, said there is already a tri-state agreement and with the National Park Service and other federal agencies, a conservation strategy prepared.
It provides the overarching guidance and commitments that all of the states and those agencies will make to ensure a healthy and robust grizzly bear population persists even once they're removed from the ESA list.
Yellowstone grizzlies were delisted briefly both in 2007 and 2017, but both decisions were overturned in court. Speaking about wildlife, there is still time to enter Idaho's second big game controlled hunt draw of the season. According to Idaho Fish and Game, the application window to enter the draw goes through Thursday. The drawing includes all of the unclaimed tags from the first controlled hunt drawing earlier this year. Tags available in this drawing are for elk, pronghorn, deer, and black bear. The draw results will be posted by August 26th. Any unclaimed tags after 10 a.m. on the 26th will be available on a first-come, first-served basis. Thanks for joining me. These have been your evening headlines for August 13th, 2024. Listen to us anytime and anywhere by going online to byui.edu/radio. You can also tune in for on-demand content by visiting our podcast feeds on your favorite podcast apps. Just search for BYU-Idaho Radio. For BYU-Idaho Radio, I'm Chandler Guadagnine.